In Not the Top 20 podcasts, League Two, 1 to 24 league predictions, we had Newport County finishing bottom of League Two. I'm going to explain why that is in this video, and I'm also going to raise a lot of points about why we might be wrong. And the first thing to say is I hope we are wrong, because Newport have been a fantastic team to follow in the EFL since promotion in 2013. Some of those playoff campaigns were brilliant. The miracle survival, of course. They've been an amazing part of League Two for over a decade now, and I have a real soft spot. And I also really like what they're trying to do. I like Hugh Jenkins' vision for Newport County in the future, and I hope that it has success. But there's a number of reasons to think that it's going to be a difficult season ahead for County, and some of them have nothing to do with Newport themselves. And a big part of Newport being strugglers in our eyes is because other teams look to have strengthened. So Accrington Stanley, for example, one of the favourites for relegation, we think they're actually in a bit of a stronger position heading into this season because they have the core of a squad. Easier to see how they kick on and improve this season. Harrogate as well, second favourites for relegation, but have a really strong looking midfield with Bryn Morris and Ben Fox. More experience, more know-how, more nous across the squad, and a manager who knows the level much better. Barnet and Oldham come up from the National League. We expect Barnet to go again and challenge at the top end. Oldham look like they'll be very, very sturdy. So it's not just about Newport, but also about how the teams that are going to be challenging with Newport this season in League Two look. And we don't think on that front there's a load of obvious relegation candidates. That's obviously a problem for County. Now let's recognise the fact that there's just loads of stuff that we don't know and we can't really predict, and which could go either way. Starting with the man in the dugout, David Hughes, is obviously taking his first job as a first team manager in the senior game. Hughes might be really well suited to this, and I must say I've been really impressed with everything I've seen and heard from him, with the way that he is approaching things in the short term and looking to build mid to long term as well. I really think that Hughes could be quite good. But there have to be concerns for any first-time manager at this level, because it's different gravy, isn't it? The pressure of managing a first-team environment, the pressure of scrutiny from fans questioning your decisions every single weekend, it's really, really difficult. It's also a reason to be excited if this works, and if Hughes is a very good fit, if tactically he can get the team well drilled, much better out of possession, much harder to beat, and make sure that they're a team that constantly creates chances as well. This could be a really vibrant Newport County team with a recognisable style, and that should help the team this season and help the fans buy into what Hughes is trying to do. And there's lots of young players who, if they can kick on, if they can be part of a well-functioning team, will be really, really exciting to watch them develop. Obviously, Matt Baker, we've already seen come on a lot in the last year or two. You know, could someone like Joe Thomas or Tom Davies or Cameron Antwi or Kai Whitmore or Michael Spellman or Kieran Brennan or Jaden Warner, could these guys, all between 20 and 23, 24 years old, if they can all take a leap together, suddenly things are going to be looking very exciting for the Amber Army. But there's no doubt that those players are all unproven. And there's no doubt that last season, and they're finishing the season in particular, County were a really, really poor team that just had no idea really how to keep the ball out of their net and how to regularly create chances. And so there is a huge amount of improvement that needs to have happened over the last month or two for Newport to be anything other than a team that's going to be up against it and probably battling for relegation. Squad-wise, they are constrained, of course they are, by their budgets, and also constrained somewhat by the development approach that they have to building their squad, where there just aren't that many senior pros or proven players for the level in any areas of the pitch. When I look at this squad as a whole, and particularly when I compare it to the other squads in League Two going into this season, I'm not very positive on any area of the pitch. I think the goalkeeper unit, Zanev should be fine. Do I think he's an upgrade on Nick Townsend? No. When it comes to the defensive unit, this is where there's a decent amount of numbers when it comes to centre-backs. I'm really excited to see Lee Jenkins step up to the level. And I think in Baker and in Clark and one of Jenkins, Brennan, Warner, you've got a decent back three. I'm not at all convinced on the situation at wing-back. And I know that the team's been playing 3-5-2 in pre-season, and while I don't think that's the worst approach in general, particularly to shore things up at the back, I think that the quality of your wing-backs is just so important. And while I think that Anthony Driscoll-Glennon is someone that can create a lot of chances with crosses from the left, I think that he needs decent targets in the middle, and I'm not sure the strikers in the squad are necessarily ones who are going to particularly thrive or stand out because of good delivery from out wide. When it comes to Ogunay and Thomas and Evans, who I guess will battle for minutes on the right-hand side, or Davies, who'll be battling with Glennon for minutes on the left-hand side, I'm just not sure that we're going to have that attacking output that you need when you play 3-5-2 to make sure that you're not just a team that's a bit clogged up and pretty difficult to watch. In midfield, yes, I'm looking forward to seeing Matt Smith knit things together. Cameron Antwi, I want to see a lot of development on. I wasn't that convinced on Antwi last season as a starter, and he's heading into this season absolutely as a nailed-on starter, it seems. I'm a little concerned about the Antwi and Smith combination when it comes to defending, when it comes to providing a screen to the back five. I'm not sure that they're going to be hugely strong in that regard, and I think it's important for a team to have ball winning and athleticism in the middle of the park in League Two, particularly when they're playing this formation. And right now, I'm a bit concerned about their depth at midfield. And then at the top end of the pitch, I just can't admit to feeling particularly positive about the individuals and about how this team's going to look as a unit. When it comes to the kind of attacking midfielder, you want to see Kai Whitmore kick on for sure this season, and I know there's plenty to like in terms of Kai Whitmore as a player, but he still clearly has a huge amount to prove. Bobby Camwer was one of the star attacking players last season, and clearly in this formation there's not an obvious place for him to thrive playing his natural game. You can play him as part of a front two and ask him to drift out left, and then you just don't have as many bodies in central areas, bodies breaking into the box when the ball's out wide. You know, the other striker is going to get quite lonely and quite isolated, most likely on that front. Baker Richardson and Garner and Reindorf. There has to be a combination of those two that works really well. Right now, I would suggest that for me, on paper, Baker Richardson supported by Reindorf feels like the best fit, with Baker Richardson being someone to occupy centre-backs physically, do the hard work, the veteran work, if you like, and have Reindorf stretching the play, running in behind, providing goal threat. But again, almost all of this stuff is something that we will have to see it before we truly believe in it. And right now, I'm just not that convinced that Newport will be an incredible defensive team or a team that creates a lot and scores a lot of goals. And if that's true, then it's going to be a team that struggles and has to fight against relegation. I really hope that we're wrong. I really want them to go well. I think that there's a chance David Hughes could be a really excellent manager. And if he is, Newport won't be battling relegation, because a really, really good manager who's got a firm grip on things and has a team, no matter who the personnel are, a team playing better than the sum of its parts, can easily survive and thrive at League Two level. So I think a lot of it depends on the manager and how well he adapts to things. But also, I'm expecting a difficult season for Newport, and I just hope everyone can stick together, from the fan base to David Hughes and the squad at his disposal. Hopefully they stay injury-free and they can start to develop partnerships all over the pitch, and this could be a really fun Newport County team to watch. But we're expecting a season of struggle, and hopefully I've explained this well enough, and hopefully you can understand it, but maybe not. And if you're a County fan watching this, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are we missing? What are the aspects of this team that have you feeling positive heading into the season? If you do, if you agree with us, let us know why as well. What's your prediction for Newport County's league position finish in the 25-26 season in League Two? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more coverage of Newport County and other Welsh sport. DragonSports.co.uk, the place to go for all the best Welsh sports coverage with no ads.